Year nominee at the 2016 World MMA Awards, Brent Brookhouse, and I am here with the number 483rd ranked wrestler in the 2011 PWI 500, Ethan Page. What's going on, man?
So why the hell would you give my worst ranking?
Your worst ranking is actually all those years kind of around that where you're just not ranked.
I'm not even responding to that.
It's my best intro.
So far, yes.
I could have also gone with like the more depressing "What's up, everybody?" Vader died. This sucks. But that's not a good way to start a podcast. So.
No, that is not a good way to start the podcast at all.
So, yeah, here we are. What's going on, man?
You know, like every week, packing for a wrestling show or getting ready for a wrestling show, being a dad, still that, living. How are you?
I'm good. I'm doing the same minus everything involving wrestling show. So
yeah, because you didn't come to that show on the weekend that you said you would.
Yeah, I was gonna try. I just don't trust my car right now. I have to get it into the shop, and I haven't done that. And I didn't want to break down going to Chicago.
You know what? It was a really good show, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I've heard, and I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard very good things, so it's on the list.
Where can you watch it?
Wasn't it on Powerbomb? Am I wrong?
Oh, no, you're right. And if you want to see it for free, you can. I was just trying to get the segue in. Powerbomb.tv.
Well, yeah, Powerbomb.tv, but...
And?
But, yeah, make
come
your
on,
money.
Man, I'm letting you finish it.
Oh, well...
We're supposed to be a team.
This is
oh my gosh.
So unorganized. Powerbomb.tv, and if you sign up using the promo code ALPHA1, that's ALPHA, the number 1, you will get 20 days for free, and Ethan makes a little bit of money.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to tell him that part, but...
Well, I just want to stress that, you know, if you have to use a promo code, use one that helps out.
And you know what? It helps out Alpha One, because I just take that money and put it into flying someone cool in for an upcoming show. So
yeah, so that freelance show, that was a big show. That was their 4-year anniversary, right?
Yes, massive show, big title change, big match feel for myself and Eric Cannon. GPA versus Kylie Ray was a big one as well. There's a bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah, there was PCO and Craig Mitchell, was it?
Yeah, with a Canadian Destroyer and a Dragon Suplex on the stage. No big deal. 51-year-old man.
Yeah, and I just want to throw a little bit of love to Black Label Pro also, because they booked the match that I have wanted someone to book for, like, forever. Well, not forever, but a month or two since it popped in my head.
Darby and...
Yeah, Darby and PCO.
Yeah, that is...
In a 2 dudes with no damn sense match.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's gonna be really good. So yeah, freelance happened. You're getting ready to fly out to the UK. You leave tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow night. I'm going there for about 10 days, probably 11 with travel total. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I've got a couple seminars lined up. I've got 3 shows for Southside Wrestling lined up. I've got 1 show with Kamikaze Pro lined up. And 3 out of my 4 matches are Monster Mafia tag matches, which is great. And in even more positive news, Josh Alexander was just announced for Progress today, which is very cool. I'm jealously excited for him and very happy to see him doing well.
Yeah, I didn't see that Progress news. That's awesome. Yeah, have you guys tagged overseas ever?
This is the first time. We were originally booked for the Tag Grand Prix or something for WXW. This is when Josh broke his neck, and that obviously didn't happen because of broken necks. So we were supposed to do that. That would have been when we were doing PWG, so maybe 2014 or 15? Honestly, I can't remember, but yeah.
And Josh is doing a little bit of what you did when he went to Japan. I mean, he just had a kid, right?
Yeah, like literally just had it.
Yeah, so yeah, at least he's not going to be alone in a shithole. So there's that.
Well, yeah. When he found out we're on the same flight, he's like, "Thank God." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "I'm going to like a crazy place by myself." I'm like, "Dude, I had to do it. You son of a bitch." I was like, "Yeah, don't worry. I'll make sure everything works out fine."
Also, there are far crazier places to go that English isn't going to get you around at. So
Yeah, like Japan, which was a nightmare. But
so
anyways,
at least
so
that's going on.
yeah, and like the Southside Wrestling takes great care of me, and I'll make sure they do the same for Josh. It'll be a good experience, and I'm hoping a big breakout week for him.
Yeah, that's great. So let's rewind a little bit. What else happened outside of freelance for you last weekend?
So freelance was the Friday. Fly out to Boston area for New England All Star Wrestling, which was a quote unquote television taping that I was not told that I had to wrestle multiple times on. I was not happy about that. Then I had nowhere to sleep, which I was not happy about. So JT Dunn came through, found me a place to crash, which was Steve the Turtle Weiner's house, which we proceeded to watch the NXT TakeOver show. So I watched some wrestling. There's big news.
I saw you tweet something about that, and I definitely was going to bring that up.
Yeah, I watched wrestling. I know, very sickening. But I was very happy that I did because I got to see a lot of my friends doing very well. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
Well, I mean, let's hit the thoughts. We don't get to talk about this a whole lot, especially when it comes to the big promotions. So, what were your thoughts about NXT?
Did you watch the whole thing?
Oh yeah, I watched all of that. I watched all the Money in the Bank. I wrote all about both of them. So yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't watch any Money in the Bank at all.
I wasn't sure if you'd go out of your way for Rousey again.
You know what? I would possibly because I saw a bunch of gifs and I was like, wow, this looks really good. Um, but let's go back to NXT.
Right.
It was, I guess, I don't want to say overall because I didn't really watch all of it. I like cherry picked stuff. So you can run down the card and I'll let you know what I saw and enjoyed.
Okay, I'm going to pull it up so I make sure I don't miss anything. But it started with the tag match with Oni Lorcan. God, why can't I remember? Danny Burke. I couldn't remember his NXT name. Or Danny Burch. Danny Burch.
Burch,
and,
yeah.
Against Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong. So tag
How
match.
good was that match?
That tag match was excellent. They do tag matches really well at NXT, and that it's four ridiculously talented guys. And I'm like so happy that Burch and Lorcan are getting time in NXT because like I wasn't 100% sure because neither of them are necessarily what you picture when you think like who WWE falls in love with. Especially Oni. He's so good, but his look is definitely different. So
In what way?
It like he's not. There's
Handsome?
not a lot of. Yeah, he's not as handsome as most of the people that you see on WWE TV.
Okay.
And I think that's a great thing because it makes him stand out more.
I think he looks like he's made out of rubber. Like he's so jacked.
Yeah, he looks great in that respect, but that tag match was excellent.
Oh, dude, it was incredible. Like NXT to me reminded me of when Ring of Honor was this like utopia of who is going to be the best wrestler in the world. I'm not saying it's not that now. It's more mainstream, maybe. I don't know. It was like there was a period, and I don't want to say this because I was there at that time, but there was a period of Evolve where I think that was utopia of who's going to be a big deal. And it ended up working out that way because everyone on 205 Live and NXT came from there in the last couple of years. But there was like, you know, the Punks, the Joes, the Homicides, the Danielsons, Christopher Daniels, AJ Styles. Like, Ring of Honor was still underground, but like these guys were going to end up being the best of the best. And now NXT, to me, after watching the show, which I haven't watched everything, so again, this is just my very, very, very poorly educated opinion. I think that's what that show was to me.
Yeah, I mean, and the problem that a lot of fans have is that you get to see these guys being what makes them so good in NXT, and then they go up to WWE and immediately get kind of watered down and kind of fall into the pack, and that's always a little disappointing.
Sure, in a sense, but that's the job, and
oh, absolutely,
that's a different product that caters to a different market that makes different money. Like,
it wants a very uniform approach to everything. Which is fine. I'm not even saying it's bad. I'm just saying that you see a lot of disappointment from people about that because you get these people that do come across, and a lot of it's the size of the stage too. I think in a more obviously TakeOver's in a big building, but you know the weekly TV is in a smaller setting.
Sure,
and can make somebody come across so much better than a huge arena that may or may not be mic'd as well, and you know it can just come across different. So
yeah, I agree.
Ricochet, Velveteen Dream.
I really liked it, and it sucks because like I was reading things online of people saying that it was like slow, but I think that they paced it like a main event, which is crazy because like every match was pretty much a main event.
Yeah, and also, I mean, that is like the overlooked thing about Ricochet is he is one of the most ridiculous human beings on earth when it comes to flying and body control and all that stuff, but he knows how to wrestle.
Yeah.
And that gets overlooked because...
Perform, let's say.
Okay, fair enough, but I'm just... that gets overlooked based on just how gifable he is, I guess.
Okay, yeah. That's in our vocabulary now, I guess.
Yeah, and Dream is really good.
Dude, he has such a good presence. Again, like, never seen him before because I don't watch any wrestling. But I loved it. I love that he wore Prince Puma gear, which is like to spend the money and invest on. Essentially, he's going to wear that once, I'm assuming, unless they have a rematch, which he seems like the guy to get new gear anyways. So to wear the Prince Puma gear, like, major props for digging deep and doing like a very niche a thing for the very smart fans. And genius because he's like a WWE produced talent, but he's not catering to those fans. He's catering to the smart fans, kind of giving him some credibility.
Yeah, that's one of those NXT, like you can do it in NXT. If that match happened at Money in the Bank instead,
I think he could still get away with it because they don't know.
Right, but it wouldn't be delivered to the same audience, and also
true. That it would be very not selfish, but for him, not for the crowd.
Right, and also the level of control that goes into the WWE production could also easily be like, oh no, you got to wear your gear, the gear that people know because that's your gear, and
yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
It may or may not happen. Shayna Baszler, Nikki Cross.
Did not watch.
It was good. I mean,
I'm sure they're both great.
You're right.
That match could have been for the AIW Women's Championship.
That match could have been for the AIW Championship.
Well, yeah, but I think Shayna is still the AIW champion.
Oh, is she?
the joke, yeah. I don't think they've crowned a new champion since she got signed.
Yeah, but both tremendous, and it was good. I don't know. NXT kind of spoils you in that I'm like, oh, I would have liked it to have had 5 more minutes, but it had plenty of time, and everything had plenty of time.
Well,
but
wasn't there like only 6 matches or something?
5, and
Oh my God.
It still went like over 2.5 hours, I think.
Dude, that's amazing. Like, that's the best indie show ever.
Yeah, it's
5
it's,
minutes?
It's
amazing.
It's the timing of like the old like Mid-South shows where they'd give every match like 15-20 minutes, except they don't go crazy and book 10-12 matches, so it's not like a 6-hour show. It's 5 matches all given a lot of time.
Yeah, every match is quote unquote a main event, essentially, right?
Yeah. Aleister Black, Lars Sullivan.
I watched that on and off, and things I saw I really liked. I loved the finish. I thought that was a great way to keep Lars strong. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean it was good. It was about what I would have expected. Lars isn't a guy that's going to have the crazy matches that you get with like a Ricochet Dream or whatever, but he's got such crazy presence because he's like the craziest looking guy ever. And he's very good, and the match was good.
Yeah, I agree.
Ciampa Gargano.
So this is what I wanted to watch the whole time, and I would have skipped legitimately the rest of the show. But Steve the Turtle Whiner, who came to his house. So let's get back to this in a second. Sorry, I just need to tell this story.
Absolutely.
So Steve the Turtle Whiner lives with JT Dunn. So JT Dunn was like, "Hey, just stay at my place," and I was like, "Sure, sounds good." But he told me he was at a show in New Jersey. He wasn't going to be there for a set amount of time. Literally, I think I would have been waiting outside of the house for an hour if he lived alone. But he goes, "Just Steve's going to come back from whatever show he's at to let you in." And I was like, okay. So I thought he was at a show. He comes back. He's got 3 essentially garbage bag-sized bags full of condoms. And I go, hey, Steve, what the F are you doing? And he's like, well, I just came back from the Gay Pride Parade, and I have like 10,000 condoms. And I was like, okay, what were you doing there? He goes, oh, I was on a float throwing these at people. So anyways, he lets me into the house and eventually weighs how much condoms he has. And I think it ends up being 13 pounds worth of condoms.
Yeah, considering the weight of a condom, that's a lot of condoms.
That's a lot. Like, a lot. Anyway, so that's a random factoid. And then I was like, hey, I really want to see the Gargano Ciampa match. Do you mind if we put that on? And he goes, oh, I'm going to watch the whole thing. And I was like, okay, I guess we're watching the whole thing. So that's how that happened, which I, again, don't regret. It was awesome, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. All right, so back to now the main event, which I freaking loved.
Okay. Explain. Like, just what did you love, I guess, is what I'm getting at here.
I love the pace. I love how they set everything up for later in the match. I love selling. I love the storytelling. I love the wedding ring spots. I love that Ciampa doesn't have music or merch. The T-shirt that Ciampa wore was Gargano disappearing like the end of Infinity War. There was just so many like Easter eggs from past matches of how Gargano was sitting at the top of the stage staring down at Ciampa like Ciampa was when he turned on him. There was like, they did the turn throw into the screen again. Like, there was just so much stuff. And then the finish, oh my God. The finish was like amazing. While handcuffed, oh, just like, I loved it. so much.
Yeah, the storytelling there and in their last TakeOver match, it's so good. It's so beyond anything that is happening anywhere. And it just feels so special what those guys are doing. And here we go. Match times. I just want to cover this because we were talking about it. So tag match got 16 minutes. Ricochet Dream got 22 minutes 10 seconds. The women's title match got 9 minutes 25 seconds. The Black Sullivan match got 14 minutes. And the Ciampa Gargano match got 35 minutes 29 seconds. So I guess that's why the women's match, I said it felt like it needed 5 more minutes, is because it was 5 minutes shorter than anything else on the show. So I guess I just was locked into that. But yeah, man, that was a really good show.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Money in the Bank was okay, but Ronda Rousey continues to be just freakishly good at something that she is still new to.
In what way?
Oh, she bumps like crazy.
Yeah, I saw that.
Her offense looks really good. It just, I don't know, she's translated more than just having a big presence. She, like, that was her first singles match on WWE TV or pay-per-view or whatever, and it was Nia Jax's best match ever. So the fact the fact that she was able to do that with somebody who's wrestled pretty much everybody on that roster, it says a lot. And that's like no shot at anybody else on the roster. It's just that match was that good.
I love it. I'm very happy to hear that. I wanted her to do great.
I have my issues with her, but again, time spent in MMA and her being under such a microscope there, she did some dumb things, but you know, that's MMA Ronda, and wrestling Ronda is something different.
Yeah. I'm happy she's doing well. Like, so happy. It only does good for wrestling.
Yeah, and you know, she still can't act for shit, so it would be great if she didn't have to talk so much, but she did beat the shit out of Kurt Angle on Monday, so...
There's wrestlers who have been wrestling for 20 fucking years that can't talk for shit.
Oh, absolutely.
So, it'll come with time if she really wants it.
Or not. I mean, this is someone that has acted in movies, and like major Hollywood movies, and was tied to a bunch that have now kind of died once the hype around her died with the 2 losses. So yeah, all that's going on, and yeah, I guess we'll touch on it real quick. Vader died. That's a thing. Do you have any thoughts?
That is an awful.
It's an awful thing. I was just
say that's a thing.
No, I don't mean it in as dismissive a way as that came across. But any thoughts on Vader?
No.
Okay, well, shit,
I liked him.
Yeah, I don't mean thoughts on him as a human being. I just mean like as someone who once upon a time watched wrestling. If you had any thoughts on the wrestler Vader?
Yeah, I love Pete Van Vader. Sorry, I just burped into the mic. He was great.
Oh, that's cool. So I said that's a thing, and you can't get through talking about the man without just belching into the mic.
Oh, we're just going to shoot on each other now?
we're real classy.
I don't know. I thought he was great. I liked him in WWE. I liked him in WCW. He was a good wrestler.
Yeah, great in Japan. would have been nice if he had the opportunities he deserved in America. But that's life.
Jeez.
Well, I'm just saying, like, he was the victim of a lot of politicking, and that meant that he, for as talented as he was, didn't have the opportunities that he should have had.
I don't know, man. He had a pretty good career.
He had a good career, but he also had shit like, Hogan refusing to work with him because he was worried he'd get hurt. And,
yeah, but people, again, not trying to speak ill of the dead, but if he had that reputation for a reason, and you're a top guy, I don't know. Would you be worried? I don't know. Like, I don't want to say anything mean, but you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's just, when the absolute top guy is kind of excluding you from getting into that picture where maybe you should be, then.
But didn't he did he poke someone's eye out or some shit?
He got his eye knocked out.
Oh.
By Stan Hansen.
So no, I'm pretty sure Mick Foley did something with them, or was it the other way around?
Oh wait,
yeah. See, I remember a cool wrestling story. Yes, okay. I did. Something happened.
Stan Hansen knocked Vader's eye out.
Okay.
And I just want to make sure that I am not wrong here. Yeah, okay, so it was against Vader that Foley... Oh, sorry. Sneezed. It was against Foley that Vader... that was against Vader that Foley lost his ear. Jesus Christ, get the words out.
How?
Putting him in, like, the hangman and the ropes where Foley used to get his head caught in between the ropes as he flipped over.
Oh, that's right. Ooh, that's so nasty.
Yeah, so we'll just both take the win there, because you did remember the Foley thing. I was talking about the Hansen thing. We both win.
We're both awesome.
Another passing in the wrestling world was Alabama Doink. Yeah,
dude, that's like that one hit me more than Vader. Not like just because I was just on a show with him at Janela's spring break, and he was like chatting me up forever about how he wanted to book me on some show that he runs. And he was such a nice guy. Like, he thanked me a million times for putting together all of his spots with Severn and dealing with all that and putting together the cluster. And I was like, dude. And then now he's dead. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was... that one did feel like it kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, I know nothing about the guy other than the Janela thing and the... obviously the Heidenreich matches that...
Video,
yeah, that went kind of viral for being kind of ridiculous and weird. But we did get... Somebody asked... it was Hate Yo Kids on...
Love him.
On Twitter.
You know he took me to a Cavs game once?
I did not know that.
Yep, random fact.
Oh, okay. Did say in honor of the passing of Alabama Doink, let's say you were booking the current A1 roster in a wrestling gimmick battle royal for charity. Whom would you cast everyone as? He said you're allowed 3 non-current roster additions. I don't know that we want to do the whole roster. That's up to you. But
that's a lot.
Pick a couple guys that you just want to stick in a gimmick battle royal and what
gimmick as what, like other wrestlers?
I think that's what he's getting at here.
Yeah, because Alabama Doink took the Doink gimmick.
Everybody took the Doink.
Yeah, I know. There's a guy in Canada that does it.
Oh, every indie show, like back when indies were mostly trash, outside of very select areas, because there were still some functioning semblances of a territory system with, Smoky Mountain and whatnot. But the you could not go to an indie show that would, of course, be held in like a high school gym or something without there being a doink.
Legit?
Oh yeah, there was always a doink. We also had in my local area there was a Kamala who was roughly 5'3".
Well, in England they still do shows with like people dressed up as Kane and The Rock and Stone Cold.
Oh.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I was always a big fan of being like 17 years old and seeing this 5'3" little fat guy that was painted up like Kamala and just dead set on convincing people he was Kamala.
Yeah, that's funny.
Okay, so yeah, pick a couple guys and who to cast them as.
Okay, so I would do myself and Josh Alexander as the Steiner brothers. I would dye my hair and give myself a goatee, and I would be Big Papa Pump, and he would be the dog-faced gremlin, just because he wears the headgear. Kobe Durst. Man, that's maybe like dress him up like old school Triple H.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh man, what else? What are you thinking? You know some of these guys.
Yeah, this is a hard question because I didn't.
Maybe
think
Space
about it.
Space Monkey as Shark Boy.
Oh, that's good. I was trying to think of the right place to go with Space Monkey.
Yeah, just another animal.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, Space Monkey is Shark Boy. Maybe. Oh man, this is tough now.
This is like my genius idea I had last year, where I was going to run Alpha 2, which would be a DC style Earth 2 promotion with everybody just doing different gimmicks.
Actually,
it'd be such a good idea.
It would be.
You just have Space Monkey go to space, and he goes through a wormhole and comes back to Alpha 2.
Yo, I like that. Let's start shooting it. We'll do like a Joey Janela style video. I'll get Giancarlo on this.
There we go.
Okay, hold on. No, there's more here. There has to be. I don't want to let him down. I don't want to let Hate Yo Kids down. Come on, man. All right, Ricky Shane Page. Like, come on. Let's think of one for him.
Okay. Sandman.
Oh, well, yeah. But he's so big. Actually, Sandman's a big dude, too.
Yeah, Sandman's a big dude.
Yeah, all right. Okay, so Ricky Shane Page as Sandman. I mean, we could also do Ricky Shane Page as Bubba Ray Dudley.
But then we need a Devon.
Right.
Stokely.
Yes.
There we go.
Stokely Hathaway. No, I don't know. Stokely would be a great Virgil.
He'd also be a great Black Joel Gertner.
Oh, yeah, that's good, too. But he'd also be a great Slick.
Yeah.
Okay, no, let's stick with Devon Dudley. All right, so Devon Dudley, Bubba Ray Dudley, Ricky Shane Page. Man, Gregory Iron. Ooh, what would he be? What would he be? Oh, man. You got anything?
No, I'm trying to think. God.
Oh, man, this sucks. Dead air. This happens to us all the time.
It does.
We gotta just start. We gotta just
never.
Start
if this is your first episode, this has never happened before, and you should continue to listen in the future.
Yes, it has. It's happened so many times.
This is someone's. Every episode is someone's first episode. I will hold the lie.
Well, yeah. Just don't go back and listen to anything else, I guess.
Yeah. Just.
Oh man, dude, we're so sucking at this.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring up your roster just because I tend to blank once I get on the spot on these who would be a what.
And this is a battle royal, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to look at the roster to see.
Okay, MJF. MJF. I think MJF would make a great young Randy Orton.
Yeah. Yeah, that
Like
would
when
be
his arm was in a sling.
right.
Um,
Okay, let's see.
okay, we're working our way. Or no. I would make him dress up as the $1,000,000 Man. And
See, that's where I went at first, but I was
Stokely as Virgil.
okay.
So
Oh
now,
no.
now
Oh no,
Ricochet Page.
I've got
Go
it.
back to Sandman. You got
Hang
it?
on.
Okay.
We do the three faces of Foley with Stokely. So he gets eliminated from the Battle Royal as Devon, goes back, comes out later as Virgil,
Done. Oh,
gets
so
eliminated, comes back.
good. I like that. It's good. And get more out of him for his payday, too. As a promoter, I like it.
All right. Let's see. Shane Saber.
Ooh. Okay, so he's got dark hair and a beard. Oh, man. See, that's a tough one, too.
Because there's like. Because I'm thinking you could have him just like go a little wild with the hair and do like a Bruiser Brody thing.
Yeah, but, like, is he good enough to be that?
I don't know. You book the guy.
No, I do. And I'm saying, if talking Bruiser Brody here, though, you know? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, and you've got Kobe as being fucking Triple H.
Yeah, but there's, like, potential there. Not just shitting on. Oh, I'm so bad. Okay, fine. We'll go Bruiser Brody. I'll give it to you.
Let's see. Del Bruno.
Oh, Mikey Whipwreck,
Okay, yeah.
because he's so small.
Jim Nye.
Oh, man. Jim Nye. Shit.
God. That is a hard one.
Yeah. Damn it.
Alright, we named a lot, though. I mean,
No, we didn't. Not really.
we got a good amount. Let's see, you've covered you, Josh, Del Bruno, Ricky, let's see, Kobe, Space Monkey, Shane Saber. That's 7. Stokely, it's 8.
Well, Stokely technically counts as 3.
Who was it, though? It was Devon, Virgil, and... Oh, Slick.
Yeah. Unless we're changing that one, which we can.
Yeah, I don't know. Who else? BMD?
Okay, well, we can make Will Ospreay do Alex Wright.
Yeah. That's good.
And he said we're allowed to do other stuff, so I'm allowed to have some guests.
Yeah, I mean you've got to book your guest attractions here.
Yeah, of course. Got to draw, you know. Damn. Okay.
I feel like you should book Duggan to not be Duggan.
Oh, I like that. Okay, hold on. Okay, so who would he be?
Because Duggan's been on 2 of your shows, right?
Yeah, that counts as a roster member.
Yeah.
But who? The question is who?
That's who you have Doink.
I'm only laughing because they almost got in a shoot fight.
I know, that's what made me think about it.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Because it's funny on the surface level, and then it's funny at like the deeper smart level.
Holy shit, that's so funny. Yeah, I love that. That's so good. Yes. Love it.
Oh man. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna give you 2 others that you have to do.
Okay, fine. I like the challenge.
Swoggle
Okay.
and Heidi Lovelace.
Ooh, okay. You went into the alum section, I see.
Yeah.
All right. We got this. We can do this. So Heidi, I would do as Sensational Sherry.
Okay. That actually would be really good.
And Swoggle, I would do as... Oh, man, this is tough.
Come on, it's right there. I
Finley.
have the answer I want you to give.
Fit Finley.
Nope.
Okay,
But that's good.
You wanted him to be... Dink.
No, that's too obvious. I just want him to be his dad. He needs to be Vince.
Oh, my God. How is that right there? That's not right there.
It's his dad.
Yeah, okay, sure.
It's in the DNA.
Yeah.
Myron Reed as Butch Reed.
Oh, okay. That's good. Or I would have said Myron Reed as Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, that works too. And he is a wrestler, so that works.
Yeah. You're damn right he's a wrestler. What are you talking about?
I just said he is a wrestler. There's no argument here. Man got tipped over in a porta potty.
Just making sure.
So a couple of guys we didn't get then with like the BMDs and Jim Nye, Mark Wheeler.
Yeah, another generic looking wrestler. He's another clean cut white boy.
Mark Wheeler as MJF.
Done.
All right.
We're golden, everybody. We are golden.
I think we're good there. Yeah. So you want to move on to the next thing?
Yeah, we're good. We've given him plenty.
We actually got 2 different people asking for your thoughts on Chandler Biggins. It's the anniversary of his death, so bit of a downer, but a guy that everybody liked. I never had the opportunity to meet him, so I can't really speak to anything about him.
Well, you missed out. He's a good dude, and he had the truest love for professional wrestling. I would put him up against anybody when it comes to that.
We're also specifically asked for a favorite Biggins story.
Favorite Biggins story, man. There's so many. So let's start off by saying, anytime he laughed, I absolutely loved it because he had like an infectious laugh, and he just seemed like he just enjoyed everybody's company around him, which is why he booked all of us, essentially, was to make sure that we were there to entertain him. Like, he did so much to specifically entertain himself that might not have been the best business move, but it was the best move that would, again, put a smile on his face. And I think that's the best way to live life. He also thought tornadoes were fake.
He thought tornadoes were fake?
Yep. Didn't believe in them because he never saw one.
Wow.
Yeah, he would always say that's a work. Tornadoes are a work.
I mean, one took out like one street over from me when I was a kid.
Yeah, they're for sure real. Okay, like I'm not going to defend it.
Speaking of, it was real weird to see multiple times this week the short clip from the Another Way to Get Paid with ACH with you guys talking about Moose and his flat eartherism.
Oh my god, yeah.
That resurfaced multiple times this week, and is still great. I don't know if that's even out there to be watched anywhere other than my hard drive, but I hope it is.
Well, who the hell is saving it?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Stuff got put up places during the Flow Slam days. I definitely still have it. So at some point when I think it's safe and they don't continue to fucking hate wrestling and wrestling fans like they did from the fucking jump, then I'll put it out there in the world again.
All right then.
Hate Yo Kids again. Knowing that wrestling is still protected in some aspects, how would you recommend someone get involved in the business if they aren't seeking to be an actual wrestler? Also, to avoid having their kindness taken advantage of by promoters.
Oh, good luck with that.
Yeah, there's like 3 guys you can work for that will treat you decent.
I think, but they don't want to get into wrestling.
Like, they don't want to be a wrestler.
What do they want to do?
I mean, I think that's the question, because there's layers to different things you can do. Like, do you want to be a ring announcer? Do you want to, I don't know. There's a lot of things you can do. But, I mean, speaking personally, just talk to people you know that might need a hand with the thing you're interested in doing. But
I mean, yeah, and like getting taken advantage of, that's up to you for just sticking up for yourself, really.
Yeah, I mean, I come from a weird place in terms of, the Flow Slam gig did introduce me to a lot more people on, I guess, a business level. And that's led to weird things happening, but most everything is just be around, talk to people that and if you just want to like be involved and you don't care about making money and you have like promoters or any, like, just say, hey, what do you need done at your next show? I'll be around to give a hand.
Yeah, how hard is that?
Yeah, and I mean, and do that for a while, and maybe you find yourself making some money.
There you go. And like you'll always get out of life what you put into it. So I don't know. That's not always the case in wrestling. It's just hard to tell people that.
Yeah, I mean, and it is, and on the not having your kindness taken advantage of, it's so hard because there's a degree to which you have to stop being kind. Like, you can be kind to a point, but then, especially in indie wrestling where there's, like, the money going on is not at a level where if somebody can short you on pay, they're going to do it because there's not a lot of money.
Yep.
So, yeah. Hopefully that helped in some way. Tony Kegger. Thoughts on posting short clips or GIFs of indie shows on social media? I was surprised to hear that Alpha One has a zero-tolerance policy for video at shows.
Yeah, so for this, it's essentially like when it comes to recording video and yada, 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 the company wants to be the one that posts it. So if something goes viral, it's them. They're the ones that are getting the exposure, not such and like so-and-so's footage. And they could, which is, this has happened to many companies before, they could sell that footage to TV shows because technically they filmed it, so they're allowed to do whatever they want with it. Did you know that?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this. Was that the episode that got lost? No, I think the thing where we talked about photography. No, that is the lost episode. God, we talked about this for like half an hour before. Yeah, in a public place, whoever takes a picture, I mean, you own that picture.
Yeah.
It's not the subject of the picture, and if it's in a public place, you don't have to get like a release. I mean, this is how paparazzi make their living, is going out in public and taking pictures of celebrities and then selling those pictures. They're not taking those pictures then saying, hey, can I have can you sign this release so I can post a fat beach picture of you on National Enquirer or whatever?
Exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, there's that. You know, I can't speak for a promoter on why you would or wouldn't allow. I mean, I would think if people aren't awful about it, aren't posting. The weirdest thing to me is when people get upset when, like, Progress says, hey, you can do some GIFs of our shows. Make sure that you know...
Don't put the finish.
Don't put the finish. Put the link to our Demand Progress, their subscription service. And then people are like, oh, it's bullshit. The finish is going to get out there anyway. And it's like, yeah, but they don't want everyone to see it.
Yeah.
Like yeah, the result is going to get out there. And just because someone else might break that rule doesn't mean, like, well, fuck it. I don't need to do it either.
Yeah. And, like, they're being accommodating. They could get it all taken down.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, UFC shuts people's... they'll get people's accounts suspended for posting GIFs or videos of their shit.
In Japan, Cabana and I were walking around. I was looking for, like, whatever. This has nothing to do with the story. But so he brought up some dude posted his entire podcast on his YouTube page. And this guy was complaining that Cabana put a strike on his YouTube, which, like, stops him from monetizing videos because it's Cabana's content. So the guy was like, this is how I make my living. And so Cabana's like telling me the story, and the first thing out of my mouth is like, yeah, what do you think you're trying to do? Like, that podcast might be your living, and he's just giving it away and turning it into, like, his, like, profit for himself, but he did no work at all. He's just, like, poaching people's content and reposting it, which is a sad thing, but it happens all the time. So, yeah, people are allowed to control where their content is seen because they're the ones creating it, not you.
Yeah, and I mean, that especially, like, just ripping an entire show or, you know, stuff like that is...
Oh, never mind that. Never mind that. You know what pisses me off the most? Sorry, as I do laundry, because I have to go to England tomorrow. Don't mind that weird noise. All right, there we go. Dryer's going. Anyways, so not only that, the thing that pisses me off the most is these motherfuckers that make GIFs and then get mad when they get reposted without being credited.
Yeah, that's not taking a photo. That's not...
What artistic ability do you have by pushing a fucking button?
Yeah, that's...
Oh, can you give me credit for sharing my GIF? For what? You stole people's content that you probably didn't even pay for. You're putting it online for free, and you're going to tell me I can't use that? And I'm not saying this happened to me specifically. I see this BS happen all the time, but yeah, frustrating.
It happens with shit that I write all the time, and you saw that last week when you were like, yo, our podcast got quoted in an article, and you sent me some link to some site I'd never heard of, and I open it, and I was like, yeah, I wrote that not for them. So then we have to have, like, the legal department contact them, and it happens all the time. And when you do it, people are like, I don't know what the big deal is. At the very bottom, I put that you wrote it. Yet you took every word that I wrote, posted it, then at the bottom put a link to the original article, like that matters. Like somebody's going to go, oh, I just read this whole thing. Let me go over here and read it again.
Yeah.
So then that article gets less page views, which people act like it's some shitty thing for a writer or website to care about page views when that's the whole point of...
that's your income, right?
Right.
So like if you're not getting views, they're not paying you to write.
Right. Why would they pay me to write if nobody's reading it? And why would it? That's all media. That's everything. Like the fucking evening news serves a purpose, but they also have to care about if people are tuning into them or to, like, if they're tuning into NBC or Fox or your station. And, you know, it's not like fucking Fox goes, oh, NBC actually ran a really good news broadcast last night. We're just going to rip that and post it as our morning news. Ah, fucking people. On that note, we are at just about an hour. So why don't you go ahead and plug your shit?
How the hell did we get an hour already?
Oh, we're good. Today was good. I feel good about this podcast.
Do you?
I do. I think this was a good one. Do you not?
What? No, that's not what I was saying. Oh, man. What a way to end this.
That is the number 371 ranked wrestler in the 2013 PWI 500, everybody.
Look at you. You know how to use Google, and I'm so proud of you.
Oh, I've got my phone up with all of your PWI rankings just so I can keep doing this.
What was my best one?
This year, 182. Or wow. No, I guess that was 2017, so 182. I guess 2018's not out yet. I don't even know when it comes out.
Is it? Oh, I thought it was.
Is it? Let's see. Google.
Yeah, let's use it again.
PWI 5. It's the third member of this podcasting team. Let's see. Looks like the period starts mid-June. So the rankings start in mid-June. So they should be coming out at some point in the near future.
I literally feel like they happen every couple months.
Yeah. I mean, I can't...
It feels like that. I know, obviously, they come out once a year, but...
September.
Oh, okay, so September it'll come out again?
Yeah, so, okay, let's take a guess. I know you don't care, but are you up or down from 182 last year?
Ooh. I feel like I should be up. Well, I don't want to climb in numbers, because that means I'm going to go down.
Right, but I mean higher in the, higher being better.
I think, because I did do the small stint in Impact, I won a championship overseas. I debuted in Japan.
You were on Progress.
I was on Progress. I think I should be up, but this magazine doesn't give a shit about logic, so I'm going to say I'm going to be down.
All right, yeah, you were 182 last year, and in 2016, 307.
Yeah, so, yeah. And then the year before that I was?
305.
And the year before that?
358.
And the year before that?
371.
And the year before that?
Not ranked.
What? That doesn't make sense.
In 2012, you were not ranked.
Okay, what about the year before that?
You were 483. That's how I introduced you today.
No, I know. Okay, hold on. I think the very first year, I think I debuted higher than, a lot.
Yeah, you debuted in 2009.
At?
350.
Yeah, and then I went down to 400.
Oh, no. No. 2009 you were 350, 2010 not ranked, then 2011 348, then 2012 not ranked.
Yeah, because that makes sense. And every year in my career, I believe, you can argue with me on this, I'll disagree with you, I've gotten progressively better in, like, status in wrestling. But for some reason, this magazine, they don't give a shit.
No, it's the most random ass thing, but it's always fun when it comes out to see the weird scramble from the wrestlers that do. And there are a lot that do that say they don't, but it's so clear they do.
Oh, for sure. And like when it first came out with my name, I bought it.
Oh, I mean, of course. And early on, yeah, like the first year or two, I can imagine it's like, oh shit, like I've made it to, to a degree, I've made it. I'm listed in this huge annual thing. Also, I have a paper copy that says I made it that I can stick in front of family members' faces who are like, you still doing that?
But when my stats, and when I mean stats, I mean weight and finisher, stay the same for every single time I enter this stupid magazine, then I start to think, oh, do they actually know who I am? Or do they give a shit? Probably not.
Do you know when the last year that you had in the cage match database, you have had 1 year where you won more than you lost? I know you don't give a shit, but I'm just wondering if you can guess which year it was.
Oh my god. You know what? Can I have two guesses?
Yeah.
I'm going to say 2014.
Nope. And again, these are only the shit that did actually make it into cage match.
Yeah, which a lot of stuff gets missed.
Right.
Especially Canadian stuff.
Yeah. What'd you say? You said
2014.
14. Yeah, you have 81 matches in the database for 2014.
No chance. I wrestled way more than that.
I'm just saying what you have in there, and you won 35, lost 45. Yeah, lost 45 and had one draw.
All right. Okay, so not 2014. I'm going to go 2012.
Nope. 2012, you have 40 matches listed. You won 16, lost 22. 2 draws.
All right. Which one?
It's 2013, right in the middle. 59 matches, 33 of them won, 25 lost, 1 draw.
How did I only have 59 matches if there's 50... How many weeks in a year? 53?
52.
56? 52?
It's 52, whatever. But weekends it could be 53 weekends, depending on how the calendar falls.
Are you kidding me?
So yeah, cage match, not the most reliable. Here, the most matches you have listed in a year is 2017 with 122.
Even that, I'm like, no, I think I wrestled more than that.
Oh, you've wrestled 43 times this year.
Man.
According to Cage Match, you have 43 matches in 2018.
I don't know. I'm not feeling this liar.
God, I can't believe I'm doing this podcast with a fucking loser.
What?
It's good you can go back to, it's good you can go back to Southside where you actually pick up those singles victories.
Yeah. Even though we're tag matches this tour.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, now let's go to Josh Alexander's cage match.
Okay, I've got it up.
Holy shit, that was you knew where I was going already, eh?
Well, I had up your results, and Josh's name was there, and I can just click on his name, and I'm there.
Oh, look at you, you're so smart. Okay, yeah, so pull his up. Let's see his win-loss record, because...
Well, let's see, he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years where he has more wins than losses.
Are you freaking kidding me? You know what? I'm feeling pretty good about this tour coming up.
Also, a shocking amount of draws on the Josh Alexander page.
Oh yeah, he's the Ric Flair of Canada, dude. They make him go an hour with a bunch of jabronis to make them look good.
Hey, he's 21-8 with 3 draws this year.
Yeah, 3 draws. That's insane.
10% of his listed matches are draws.
Oh, there you go. That's the life he lives.
All right. Well, I'd love to do this show with Michael Jordan, but I've got Scottie Pippen, so go ahead and plug your stuff.
Oh my God, I hate you, man.
Scottie Pippen was a perennial all-star. Don't take it as an insult.
Ugh,
I just mean I'd like to rotate you out for Josh.
And what? You think we're going to get some winning numbers?
Maybe.
See what I did there? Let's see
like
Josh Alexander do that. ProWrestlingTees.com/EatThePage is the best way to support me, specifically. Check that out. My Twitter is @OfficialEgo. I'm going to do my best. I'm trying to put together... I know this podcast is already long. I'm so sorry, but I'm trying to put together a little video of Monster Mafia clips because I think people forget how awesome we were. So I'm going to do a little Twitter video. So check that out @OfficialEgo. I'll post it as soon as I can get it finished. It'll be nothing crazy, but just, again, want to remind people of our talents before we head out to the UK. And hopefully it leads to more down the road. @official_ego is my Instagram. Check that out. I'm trying to be a lot more active on that. And I also have a nerdy toy Instagram, which is Multiverse Legends. Check that out. There's a bunch of new stuff on there. And that is at, I'm pretty sure, almost 70 followers. I'm going to be rich.
Yeah, just to boost your ego real quick before I go into mine, a lot of your cage match comments here talk about how you're definitely going to WWE or NXT. Please don't do that, because then you can't do the podcast anymore, and I just lose all this sweet, sweet podcasting money.
Yep, we're rich.
Yeah, we make so much money doing this. It is ridiculous. I am @Brent Brookhouse on Twitter. You can follow my writing at CagesideSeats.com, where I do a daily article and some other stuff along with the daily article. Stuff from Cody's press media call this week was up over the last couple days. Stuff about Ronda Rousey, stuff about Roman Reigns. You know, all those things that you write about when you want people to read it and yell at you. So, yeah, go follow that at Cageside Seats. They are the people who make this podcast possible. And that should do it for this week. Any last thoughts?
Yeah, how the hell are we going to do next week? You're in some hotel. I'm in England. People are going to be pissed about the sound. You already sound like you're falling asleep all the time. This is going to suck.
Yeah, well, you know, I'll be well rested, though. I'll be in a hotel. Won't have kids all over.
Oh, look at you.
Getting that sleep. I don't know, but I will pack all my gear into a suitcase just so that I can record in that hotel.
Look at you. Sacrifice is real.
Yeah, maybe we'll have that thing happen again where you're overseas and the audio gets all fucked up. So, hey, stay tuned for next week. Maybe it'll be bad.
Man, let's not do that, because we recorded our best podcast ever, and you didn't even post it.
You still think that's the best one?
I think so, man. We got real deep. I was talking mad shit about people.
Yeah.
You probably saved me a lot of money, actually.
I actually, even if it wasn't our best, I think it's good to say it's our best to just make people think that there's some missing Zack Snyder cut of Justice League-esque thing.
And you said it. You might be able to get it.
I have tried
or
so
did you
much.
lie to me?
I have tried, and I just cannot make it sound even kind of listenable. I've got the audio file, though, so we'll see. Maybe someday.
Why don't we just post it?
I can see. Maybe. If people say they want to hear it, sure.
You know they're gonna.
Yeah, but I feel like they say that in the same way that everybody's like, "Oh, you guys have to make shirts. I'll buy your shirts." Nobody buy the shirt.
Oh yeah, don't get me started on that. Oh, you know what? Hey, can we do a contest?
Sure.
All right. What can we give away for free that doesn't cost me a lot of money?
I don't know.
Let's do an Ethan Page Alpha 1 giveaway. I'll give you one T-shirt, an autograph, and an Alpha 1 DVD. That's a pretty good bundle. I'll ship it to your house. I'm looking for a new T-shirt design, And I'm currently going with kind of just being a giant nerd, and I'm embracing it. So if you could come up with a really sick design, go to my prowrestlingtees.com/Ethan Page, and you can check out what I have there right now. I've got a wicked Guardians of the Galaxy shirt already, so let's scratch that off the list. I've got a Captain America one. Again, let's not duplicate these. So yeah, if you could come up with a really dope comic book,
You have a Spider-Man one.
I have a Spider-Man one, yes, and I have another Guardians one because I have Ego the Living Planet. So if you could think of something up, draw something up, create something for me to turn into a T-shirt, you get a Ethan Page package. There you go. Let's do that.
Yeah, squeeze the number 483 in that design, and I'll find something to send you.
483.
Yeah, man, that was your 2011 PWI ranking.
I hate you. I hate you. You know what? Fine. If you can, then I'll add a bonus, and I'll make Brent pay for it. Full price, not cost. So let's make this fun.
Yeah, you did sell me a T-shirt at half price once, so
Yeah, you owe me.
that's how close we are.
That's right.
All right, we'll talk next week. The sound might be terrible. Sorry, everybody. Goodbye.
Yep.